Trey Hendrickson is back. That's right, guys. Trey Hendrickson yesterday was actually at practice in limited fashion, and he actually looked pretty dang good, which is a huge, and I mean huge W going into this game versus the Ravens on Thursday. So I want to go ahead and show you guys this before we get into the injury report. Shout out to Mike, as always, for posting this on Twitter. But this is what Trey Hendrickson was doing at practice yesterday. He looked fast. He looked like he was not 100% back. Actually, this is a better video of showing it. He looked like he was, somewhat back. Okay, not 100%, but somewhat back. And looked like he could play on Thursday, which is crazy to say this, just 2 days ago when we found out about his hyperextended knee. And it seemed like, there was almost a 0% chance this guy was going to play at all, right? So the fact that not only could he could play and be healthy and just be, limited, maybe a limited snap count, is absolutely insane. Now with the fact that they might not have the left tackle in this game, the Ravens-wise, to have Trey Hendrickson back is almost a just absolute, more than a blessing than we could ever have imagined to talk about, right? Because going into this game, it was kind of known, okay, we wouldn't have Trey Hendrickson, no Sam Hubbard, no T. Higgins, and it was going to be a mess. Well, things are kind of on the up and up. So again, like I said, we're going to have to wait and see what ends up happening here. But he was limited in practice yesterday. It's very possible he will play Thursday. Right now, at this moment in time, he is on track, if he continues how he was yesterday, to play on Thursday. That's what's crazy. All right, so yeah, T. Higgins did not participate in practice yesterday. He's still dealing with the same hamstring. As Coach Taylor said, he's still week to week at this moment in time, so there's really nothing to go off there. And that's also why Trey Hendrickson, Coach Taylor, did not say week to week. He said day to day. And there's a reason why he said day to day, because it really came down to how Trey Hendrickson was feeling. Was he feeling okay? Was he feeling like he was getting better? Did he feel like, he was recovering? And obviously he did, and that was a very positive thing. Sam Hubbard did not participate in practice on Tuesday. Yoshi also did not participate in practice on Tuesday. So, most likely, and again, this is speculation, but based on 0 practices on both days, T and Hubbard and Yoshi will not be playing on Thursday. That's just given at this point. So, we're going to be without another wide receiver on Thursday. That means Kwame, Stanley Morgan are going to be going up there and getting, the kind of boost for the offense. DJ Reader was a full participant in practice after having a rest day. That's a nothing burger, because, again, you just give him a rest day. Cheeto was a full participant in practice with his knee injury. He was limited on Monday, but he is good to go. Keem Davis-Gaither, he's going to be limited for practice probably for the next 6-7 weeks with that knee injury until it's 100% going. Josh was full participant in practice after being limited. Obviously, Josh missed last week's game, so it's nice to see that he is back. Chuck Sizzle is, again, another week of full practices, which is awesome. Cam Taylor-Britt, also with a finger injury, full participant in practice. So let's talk about their side, because their side gets interesting. Odell Beckham had a rest day. He did not practice on Monday, and he had a rest day on Tuesday. Keep in mind, and this is just a side note here, Odell Beckham has never finished a game against us. Every single game he has played against us, whether the Super Bowl or the last time he played against us, he has gotten hurt. So, it's going to be interesting to see his injury, or if he's able to fully play this game. And this is not me talking crap or taking a shot at him in any way. It's just really a weird incident how he always gets hurt against us. Like, again, we played in week 2. He got hurt until like week 4 or 5. Like, he was out for a couple of weeks. And then the Super Bowl, he also got hurt against us. He missed half the game. Javion Clowney did get a rest day on Tuesday, so that's a nothing burger. Devin Duvernay has a hamstring injury. Kind of weird how they put hamstring, like, without the G. I don't know why they put it without the G. Because this one has the G. This one doesn't have the G, I guess. No, Devin Duvernay, he is the G, though. He's an underrated player. Limited participant in practice on Tuesday. Marlon Humphrey did not participate in practice on Thursday. He is on pace not to play on Thursday. We did not play him on, week 2, and we potentially won't be playing him this game either. Morgan Moses was a full participant in practice. That's their starting right tackle with a shoulder injury. He will be playing this upcoming weekend. Thursday, not weekend. John Simpson. This is their John Simpson. This is their backup. Is it backup left guard? So anyway, they got Ben Cleveland. They got I can never say the guy's name. Starts with an A. Lufu. I think it's like something like that. So he is their kind of backup guard. I want to say backup guard. I know going into the into preseason, it was him and Ben Cleveland competing, and then the rookie 6th round pick actually was able to take over. Zeitler is the right guard, so he's a backup. He's a backup. This is nothing burger. But he had an illness, that's a shoulder injury. Trent Simpson, linebacker, concussion, did not participate in practice on both days. Again, this is their rookie middle linebacker. It's not a nothing burger, but it's definitely one of those things where it's like, if they don't have him, it's not that big of a deal. They still have Roquan Smith. They still have Patrick Queen. They still have David Ajabu. They still have Elway. They still have all those guys. So it's not a nothing burger, but it's definitely not that concerning. And then also they have Tre'Davious Robinson, their 5th round draft pick, I want to say, that should be able to come in and play pretty good. So concussion, protocol, it's very possible short week. He just does not clear it. Ronnie Stanley, their starting left tackle, he did not participate in practice again on Tuesday. We're going to keep an eye on him and, of course, on Marlon Humphreys to see if they practice on Thursday. If they do not practice on Wednesday, then they most likely will be out for this upcoming game, so we will not see them for this game. Which, again, like I said, last time we played them, they didn't have, Stanley. They didn't have Humphrey. They didn't have Linderbaum. They also did not have, I want to say one of the receivers. I think they didn't have one of their receivers. Like, they didn't have a list of players, and they still beat us, so it's whatever. Kyle Van Noy has a groin injury. Limited participant in practice. Did not practice on Tuesday. If he has a groin injury, it's possible he does not play on Thursday, but most likely with that, I'm going to say that he is a veteran linebacker. I think he's like 33, 34 years old, so that could just be a precautionary measure. It might not be really he's going out there and, they're just not going to push him out there when they don't need to. That's kind of how that works, right? When you're 34, 35-year-old veteran linebacker, you play on multiple different teams, you're Himothy, okay, he's not Himothy. But when you play multiple different teams, I think he's played on the Patriots, the Lions, I want to say the Colts, and I want to say the Ravens. Like, he's been around a little bit. Dale Worley, one of their cornerbacks, was limited participant in passes on both days. With, of course, Marlon Humphrey out, this would mean their secondary is kind of a little bit more thin, not too thin. Dale Worley, you go on their secondary, you go obviously, what's the guy's name? Oh, wait. Okay, now the Raiders guy. The cornerback for the Raiders that went to them. It starts with an S. Okay, I don't know why I cannot remember their guy's name now. Worley, I believe, if I am correct here, he is their 3rd string guy. I want to say he is their 3rd, or I want to say he's their nickel corner. Let's see where he is listed. Alright. I don't know why I could not remember their cornerback's name for some reason, but Marlon Humphreys, Brandon Stevens is the number 1, number 2. They actually have Kyle Hamilton here as the 3rd corner. Rock Sin is who I was thinking about. I don't know why I could not remember his name. Let me see what the Ravens' actual depth chart has him listed as. So they have Brandon Stevens. They have Marlon Humphreys. Okay, I was about to say, Kyle Hamilton was their starting safety. Okay, their depth chart's all weird. So, Dale Worley is their backup strong safety, according to BaltimoreRavens.com. That's their backup strong safety, but I know they use him in different packages. That defense is insane. Like, they'll use their safeties in different packages where some people will use their cornerbacks. They move guys around. So, it's like anyone pretty much is going to be moved anywhere. But yeah, he's our backup strong safety on the other side of Geno Stone as a backup. So it's a mix of not really any, they're not thin at all then. Because they got Brandon Stevens, they got Rocky Sin, so they got Armour Davis. They still got Ronald Darby, Arthur Motes, Mullet, Geno Stone, Daryl Worley, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams. So they still have a lot of guys there. But so overall wise, it's going to be interesting to see if he does end up playing. If he does, I mean, it's just rotation purposes. They're going to be losing that guy for that purpose, right? It's kind of like us losing Josh. If we don't have Josh out there like last week, then it's going to be rotation purposes. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one.